Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Mego Museum's Mint Off Card. It's special because I didn't know I was going to be doing it this week. I got a surprise in the mail yesterday, a good kind of surprise, not the overdue water bill type of surprise that nobody wants. It was a small package from Mego with a little note in it from Joel saying, "Please test drive this," and an early sample of their new Bandless body that will be coming out shortly. Now, this is an early sample, and there have been some changes since then, and I will point those out before we do the review. But for all intensive purposes, this is an exclusive first look at the MA24 Bandless body by Mego. The MA clearly stands for Marty Abrams, and the 24 stands for the 24 points of articulation on this thing. And this is something that fans have been asking about, and Mego's been trying to do. The pandemic slowed it down. We were shown some examples at Mego Meet in 2019. They wanted to get this right the first time, and that involved visiting the factory and having much more of a hands-on. You want to get this right the very first time, and I think that they're on their way. So before we do a review, I want to point out the 2 points that Mego wanted me to make very clear. One, the hands are not the finished product. They will be larger. I did kind of notice that when I opened the package, the hands were a little small and dainty. That's already been addressed by Mego, and it will be different in the final product. The other thing they wanted to point out, and for lack of a better word, is the head plug or head knob is the incorrect shape. The final product will have a head plug that works with previous Mego figures, so you could actually swap heads from previous Mego figures. You can make a very articulated Cliff Clavin if you're so inclined, I guess. So let's have a silly montage. I am going to use this Mego Superman that I have to show the differences, and then I will eventually pop this head onto the new body, and you can take a look at a Mego Superman on an MA24. Let's go for it. So there you have it, an advanced look at the MA24 Mego Bandless body. Some things I'd like to point out. First of all, this was actually kind of a pleasure to work with. I'm used to working with, rubber band action figures be it from different companies. And sometimes when I do the little montages and the action scenes, I have to kind of fudge it a bit and add some risers to make them, pose that dynamically. In this case, I did not have to do that once. Everything here was done without an assist, and that's pretty good testimony right there. The other thing is that I really enjoyed the knees on this thing. They are very well ratcheted, and if you've been following toys lately, ratcheted knees are important, people. And the body's contortions are generally what a human being can do. The only limitation is this figure can't seem to do the splits, which is not really that big a deal. I can't see a lot of my figures doing that, but it is kind of nice. And I wonder what I will use this body for in the future. Maybe it'll be a hyper articulated brick Mantooth. I'm really not sure. Or I'm thinking my Bruce Lee could use a real upgrade. He seems to be my number one concern right now. I also want to point out that the joints are very nice and stiff. And, well, if this is the future of Mego, and I guess they'll be trickling these into waves in 2022, the first figures to get them will be Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes from the Hasbro G.I. Joe series. I know that for a fact. I really find this superior to what we've had. I've always liked rubber band bodies on figures, never really had a big problem. But this really was a lot of fun. And if figures are going to be like this, well, then as much as I'm a vintage guy, this is the wave of the future, and I really like it. And well done, Mego. What do you guys think of the bandless body? Are you going to replace any of your figures now with this new body? Let me know which ones in the comments below, or you can hit me up in our Facebook group, Mego Mania, or the forums at megomuseum.com, and we're always open. Thanks again for watching. If you're new to this, I hope you'll consider hitting like and subscribe. We do this every week. Until next time, buy what you like. Take care.